welcome to the Fast Track. I'm Mitchell Rabold-Pearson, the Group and Motorsports Sales Director, and I am joined by Bowling Green resident Janet Henderson, the queen of motorsports when it comes to Bowling Green, and she is with the NHRA's Hot Rod Reunion, which is coming up June 18th through the 20th. Welcome, Janet.
Thank you, Mitchell. It's so good to be here today. I appreciate it.
Well, we're always glad any reason to get you in the office. We're happy behind it. But for those who don't know, just give us a real brief kind of your background with motorsports because you've got 20 plus years of experience.
Well, I was a race car driver at age 25. My husband built my first race car. Back then, it was called Powder Puff. I had a Ford Pinto and had sponsors, and I raced. And so my love for cars started a long time ago and kind of been in the motorsports ever since. My husband and I, we build cars. We've been building cars for many, many years now. So motorsports is near and dear to my heart.
That it is. And for those that don't know, Janet is my predecessor. So I try to do the best I can, but she's great to help with. So makes it wonderful. But let's talk about your new capacity that you're working with the Hot Rod Reunion.
Oh, thank you. Yes. So since I retired from the CVB a couple of years ago, I've had several of the car events that we work with on a regular basis to come and ask if I would help them be boots on the ground here in Bowling Green. And the NHRA Hot Rod Reunion is one of those events. So working with Brock out at our beautiful Beach Bend Raceway Park, I have been at parks all over the eastern half of the United States, and there is none compared to what we have here in Bowling Green, Kentucky.
We are really lucky with that, and you can tell in photos with these national publications if it's at Beach Bend track, just because of how green it is there on those beautiful river bottoms. So.
The rolling hills going in there, the 375 acres that Brock and Charlotte have out there are just absolutely incredible for the motorsports industry.
Yeah, so just coming up here in a few weeks, we're actually going to start off June 18th with the Hot Rod Reunion. So tell us a little bit about this because there has been gone back to the original name, which is what it is, but kind of explain that to folks.
Well, the NHRA has been around since the 1950s, and a gentleman by the name of Wally Parks was instrumental in getting all of this started. So a couple of years ago, they decided to change the name to the Wally Parks Nostalgia Nationals in honor of Mr. Parks and all that he's done for the NHRA. Anytime you've got an event that has been established as long as the Hot Rod Reunion has been, a name change can be very difficult.
For sure.
People think the old has gone and there's something new. So Brock decided this year that we were going to bring back the name NHRA Hot Rod Reunion, and the response has already been overwhelming. Yeah. Everybody says the reunion is back, and he's got a lot of wonderful things planned for the 18th through the 20th. And we're going to talk a little bit about those individually. Yeah. And just want to take this opportunity. If you've not been to the Hot Rod Reunion for a couple of years, we would love for have you come out and be with us this week or the week of the 18th.
It really is. It's a fun show to begin with. There's so much to do, from the car show to the drag strip itself. Vendors, just to name a little bit, that's there.
Absolutely. So we're going to be doing a registration for all of the cars that are registered online, and you can register your car the day of. But we're going to start on Wednesday, which is a new thing. We'll go out to Beach Bend. You'll be able to go in, get your registration packets. The gates will open each morning, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at 8 o'clock. And racers can come in, and show car participants can come in a little bit earlier. Vendor parking and things like that can come in a little bit earlier. But the spectator gate will open each morning at 8 o'clock. This event brings something unique to our community because we bring in the top fuel cars. We bring in the AA fueled altered cars just to kind of go over those. The top fuel cars are the real cars that go super fast down the track. And then the AA fuel altered cars are shorter cars with the big pipes that come out the side. And they're real loud and lots of fun to watch. So a lot of expedition and a lot of exciting things go on in between the eliminations and the racing that we do at Beach Bend all weekend long.
Yeah. Do you all have an idea of how many have already signed up? Is it ahead of normal? Because we're hearing a lot of buzz that it's going to be bigger and better than ever.
I agree. I don't have the exact numbers, but I do know that we are ahead of schedule
Great.
and we are just excited about all the things that are going on. Now, the car show out there is spectacular because it's any car pre 1987. Now, Brock has moved that date up for years. It was 1972. So now there are more cars. The older we get, the more we need to move that number up so that we can still get nostalgic cars in there. So it's pre 1987 this year. That's brand new for this year. So there's more cars that are going to be allowed to come in for the car show side of it. We will have judging, and the top 25 will be moved to a special arena on Saturday, and out of that 25, the top 5 will be picked.
Oh, wow.
And they will be the top of the top cars. So this is new for this year as well. We're trying to do some things that are exciting and works for the car show side of it, as far as the thrill of the racetrack side of it.
Oh, for sure. And moving that date up to 1987, there's a lot of automobiles that adds and includes in a whole new group of generation. So I think that is a smart move and exciting, to say the least.
Another thing, Mitchell, I want to mention is we're adding our local Cruising for a Cure is a car group here in town that has a car show out at Brewster's Ice Cream every Tuesday night from 5 to 7:30. And we are completely 100% volunteer. Every dime we raise goes to the 4 charities that we sponsor. And this year at the Hot Rod Reunion, we're going to be doing the 50-50. So in the past, we have golf carts that go around the crowds, and we are very successful in raising large sums of money. So on Saturday, we'll be giving that away. You must be present to win. And one person walks out there with half of what's collected.
Whatever it is.
So that's going to be a big new addition.
And that's new, and it's a great experience. For instance, this happens a lot with Tri-5 Nationals. And you were just saying, because Janet's really involved with that one as well. Last year, somebody walked away with over $20,000, just their cut alone. So, I mean, and that's a large show. So you just never know. It gives a little incentive for folks to stick around a little bit longer. And it's all for a good cause.
It's
which
all
helps
for a
here
good
locally.
cause. It sure is, Mitchell. It sure is.
What else is new?
Well, the other thing that I want to be sure that we mention, in addition to the drag racing and the car shows on Thursday, Friday, on Saturday night, we do something that is probably very unique. It's called the Cackle Fest. And there's a car that's a cackle car, and they are top fuel cars that come in, and they look like jet engines, and they line them up down the track, and they fire all those things up, and they all cackle. And it is a sight to see if you've never been to a cackle fest. It starts at 7:45 on Saturday night. It is something to come out and see. It's very loud. And there's a lot of fumes, which, just get ready. But if you've never been to a Cackle Fest, I want to encourage you to come out Saturday night, 7:45, to just be a part of that as well.
And you will never question why they named it
Cackle Fest.
It solves itself once you listen one time. That's all it takes.
That's all it takes.
All right. So, speaking of Bowling Green, with exciting things going on, what was one of the reasons that brought the Hot Rod Reunion to Bowling Green?
Oh, Mitchell, that's an easy question to answer. Beach Bend Raceway. The nostalgic raceway out there. If the grandstands, we're one of the only nostalgic drag strips left that has covered grandstands. When you go out anywhere else and do a race, it's hot.
It is.
You're sitting out in the sun. But at Beach Bend, if those chairs could talk, they have been there since the 60s. Dallas used to race there. And it's just, this was the perfect place for them to start having the Hot Rod Reunion. And that's how it started.
And it truly is. I mean, it's something that if anything's in your backyard, you don't appreciate it as quite as much to the extent as the outsider size, because they're fresh. But that's what we hear constantly from visitors that come through is how much they love Beach Bend. And they're
Uh-huh.
been coming, and it's generational now that you have grandchildren that have been coming with their grandparents and then their parents before them. So it makes Bowling Green truly a special place.
Oh, Bowling Green. We always used to say in tourism when I was around years ago, it's the perfect trifecta. You've got the Corvettes, you've
Mhm.
got the plant in the museum, you've got the motorsports track, and the jewel of the crown is Beach Bend Raceway, in my opinion.
It
Of
is.
course, others would think something
Yeah.
different, but because I spend so much time at Beach Bend, and to watch that sunset at the end of the track after a long day of racing, it is just the most peaceful and beautiful thing. And it just makes you realize how blessed we are to have Beach Bend Raceway right here in Bowling Green.
Oh, for sure. I couldn't agree more. Our house is on the river, and like you can constantly hear, even late at night, they'll be running until 9:30, 10. It's just awesome.
Yes, it
So,
is. If you like racing,
if you
it
like
is
racing,
awesome.
if not, I don't know why you're over there. So, oh goodness. So you touched on one of the other car shows that you do work with is Tri Fives. Do you
Uh-huh.
want to do a little teaser, anything like that? If maybe something special coming up with it that
This year, the Tri Five, we're doing road tours now. We're starting in Minnesota this year, in Winona, Minnesota, and Robert and I are bringing 40 cars on a road tour from Minnesota to Bowling Green for the Tri Five Nationals. We'll be doing this every year now for the next few years coming up. And next year it'll be coming out of New York, coming to Bowling
okay?
Green. And it just amazes me how many people are catching on that Robert and I are doing this road tour for Tri Five coming to Bowling Green. We have to cap it at 40.
That's a high cap.
But we have a waiting list for people, and so it's real exciting. This is our 14th year of doing the Tri Five. Um, it's just an incredible car event. Tri Fives from all over the
Oh
world.
yeah.
Robert and I have just built a 1955 Bel Air, and there's no two alike.
No, there's
There's
not.
over 3,000 that come to Bowling Green that second weekend in August. It's an action-packed weekend. Buy your tickets early and get your hotel room even earlier.
That's right.
This event does sell out our community, and we just I hope Chris will continue to keep that show here for many years to come.
Oh, hopefully so.
Yes.
And if you're in the market for a Tri Five, there are several beauties for sale.
Oh,
Always that,
absolutely.
and there'll be some for sale at the Hot Rod Reunion too. No
Oh,
matter
there
the
will
car
be.
event, there's
Yeah.
always some beauties for sale looking for their next
Everybody's
owner.
looking to trade, sell, or increase or do something with our cars. That's what we do with them.
That's it. So when folks come to town, as a local, where do you recommend that they may go see or eat or what's
Oh, that is a great question. You know, if you've never been to Bowling Green, I tell you, we have got some unique, one of a kind tourist attractions here in our community. Lost River Cave is one I always recommend. Our historic rail park. You know, I have never really been a big train buff, but that is amazing. Our Corvette Museum does an incredible
top notch?
job changing over the exhibits and keeping it fresh, and you can't go wrong there either. If you get a chance to and you've got a little bit of adrenaline you want to pump, head on over to the racetrack and get in one of the Corvettes over there. You can drive, ride, or lead follow. There's
That's right.
all different kinds of packages out there that we can do at the Motorsports Park. Of course, Beach Bend has an amusement park as well, and water park, lazy rivers, wave pools, rides, nostalgic rides, talent shows, magic shows. The list just goes on and on and on. Not to mention, we have vineyards, we have wine tasting, we have bourbon tasting, and the restaurants here in Bowling Green per capita. We have more restaurants
We
than
do.
anybody else, and we've just opened up so many new restaurants. I don't know that I even have a favorite anymore.
It's hard.
It's
Yeah.
just so many good restaurants here in Bowling Green.
Well, and I think you touched on a really good point that with our car events that take place, a lot of people come in or are camping and they bring their families.
Yes.
So there's so much family oriented attractions and things to
Yes.
do that on top of the motorsports you have, it's for the whole family
Absolutely.
that you can enjoy. So,
And Beach Bend has an incredible campground out
yes, they
there
do.
as well. And then we've got our KOA. We've got a lot of things that we can do. I do want to mention, too, that one of the things that I've heard a lot about here lately is the Aviation Heritage Park.
Yeah, Bob Bubness has done a lot.
Oh, my goodness. To take a car out there and park it in the driveway area there with the airplanes behind you is such an incredible photo op. The other thing too is a lot of these events are during the summer, and Friday nights in downtown on our Circus Square, we do concerts
Friday
in the
night concert.
park. Friday night concerts in the park, incredible live music, food trucks, and things to do for the whole family, Mitchell.
And
If you want to come down,
free to watch. And these
free.
are really good musicians.
Oh,
And
they
they
are
have large
great.
followings that come through.
They are
And a
great.
lot of our car folks have learned it over the years.
Uh-huh,
And
they
they're like,
sure
who's
have.
playing tonight? So,
Well, and I promote that as well with the Downtown Association because they do offer a whole lot
they do.
down there. When we did the open container, that was a game changer down there
was.
because there's a lot of different things you can go from one to the other. So
Yeah, within the
hats
end.
off to them for doing that and bringing our downtown to live again. Good job.
Yep,
So,
it is. It's a great. We have a beautiful downtown. There's
We
no doubt
do.
about it. We're very
do.
blessed with that, to say the least. And then, of course, I always like to ask fun questions as we kind of close. Now, this is going to be a really hard one for you. Normally, we ask is if there's a particular car, like if let's say if you're Camaro Fest, you obviously love Camaros, but if it wasn't outside of that realm, what would you drive if you could drive any?
Oh, Mitchell, I own several cars. I have two 69 convertible Camaros. But I think that with them being at the top of my list, I would have to say a 70 Chevelle convertible would have to be my most favorite car there is. Now, Robert and I just built a 1955 Chevrolet Bel Air. Whew, man, that one's nice too. So those
Yeah.
would be my top three, maybe.
Yeah,
Chevelle, Camaros, Tri-5s. I'm just partial to the bow tie.
you are. You're but now you also have a beautiful candy apple red 69 Camaro with that white leather.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, now that's
Yes,
that one's
that's so
special.
all of our motors we have because this is the home of Holly, of course. We have done motor swaps in all of our cars. We have LS3s in most of our cars. So yes, they're lots of fun.
They are. Well, thank you so much, Janet.
Thank you for
coming
having
with
me.
us. We're so glad to have you working with us again.
Absolutely.
And it's going to be great this year. It really is.
It really is. Thank you for having me, and thank you for letting me promote the NHRA Hot Rod Reunion that's coming up June the 18th through the 20th out at Beach Bend Raceway.
And if people are wanting to purchase tickets, where would they go?
They go to, you can go to beachbend.com, NHRA, but the ticket sales are coming close to an end, but you can come out to the raceway. You can buy spectator tickets. You can buy show car tickets. You can come in and have fun and we invite you out to Beach Bend.
Wonderful. Thank you, Janet.
Thank you.